Dag 912. 2 jaar verder of zoiets. Een jaar en een half verder, joh.
Can you hear me? Alex,
Ja,
are you receiving?
ja.
Calling. Come in, Alex.
Waar is
Hear
de...
the signal. Pick up.
Ja, waar is dit dan? Oh,
Alex,
hier.
are you receiving? This is Alan James. The revolution starts tonight, Alex, and we need your help. Throughout this broadcast, we're going to ask you to do things that will directly help with this mass protest. I'll be talking to you regularly tonight, and I'll also be hacking you when I can. Please help get our message out. We're on the verge, Alex. You've always been fair and balanced in your approach to us. With your help, we can tip the balance in our favor. If you play our tape at the second break, that's when we think it will have the most impact.
Ja,
It's on your right.
doe ik dat. Alan James, ik vertrouw je, hè. Ik hoop niet dat Jeremy niet voor niets is gestorven.
What have you got to lose?
My dignity, my reputation.
It's all right once you get past the teeth and the problematic tattoo.
I am perfectly capable of messing up my own.
Heeft zij nu de...
Sorry about that.
Heeft ze de hoofdrol nu in het nieuws? Heftig. Wat gebeurt die andere dame, Megan? Oh, daar. Ik wil het zeggen, joh.
I'm an expert at romance. Ask my ex-wives.
Please don't set me up with your brother.
Weekly on
10 seconds,
Tuesdays.
everybody.
Wacht even.
Too short?
Too smart.
Ik moet nog een...
5.
Oké, deze dan maar.
3.
Good evening. This is the National Nightly News, broadcasting across the territories. My name is Megan Wolf. Our top stories tonight. Ashes to ashes. It's been 40 days since Disrupt conducted attacks across the territories. The coordinated action, dubbed the Night of Fire by commentators, was seen as an attempt to subvert the supply chain, but there may have been more to it. After a roadside IED toppled the convoy, prisoners including Portia Hamilton-Mann, the daughter of the former Prime Minister, were freed and have subsequently vanished. The escapees are presumed to have fled the territories. Here at Channel 1, we say good riddance to bad rubbish. Food, glorious food. With the last of the menu centres opening in territories 5, 8 and 14 today, Advance confirmed that the programme is now in full operation, providing free food for every citizen of the new future. What started as rationing during the 20-week war has blossomed into a social contract that is the envy of the unawakened world. Jack Tractor Pants, spokesman for the menu centres, said today that while they can guarantee the contents of every box is nutritious, the actual quality of the meals you cook depends on whether you have a touch of Chef Jordan Rankley or the culinary skills of a professional footballer. If I were a rich man, problems in territories 11, 17 and 22 today as striking bosses attempted to undermine their new economies. With seemingly no awareness of irony, the former CEOs and MDs have come together to form the Wealth Creators Union, with demands including a return to 150% bonuses, private jets and mandatory grovelling zones.
Deze files.
In an annoying show of petulance, the former elites drove their luxury vehicles at 10 miles per hour up and down the motorways of their respective territories.
Geen foto. Ik zag iemand lopen. Is het de eerste keer dat ik iemand zag lopen in het gebouw, joh? Behalve ik.
Some fun now. Signs of ever more resistance to Advance's radical policies.
Ik weet in ieder geval dat dit opgenomen wordt van een verdieping boven ons.
Extended their reach further across the territories.
Ja.
The organization's emblem appeared in every major city across the territories last
Ik ga
night.
stuk die panda.
Coordinated publicity stunt, which has seen them
Ja, die panda vind ik leuk.
While it's beyond debate that Disrupt's membership is growing at a rapid pace, not everyone seems to be as
We hebben zelfs dieren achter ons, joh.
Spokesperson Alan James would have us believe. Especially not this resident of Grottingburg Zoo in Territory 6, who seems remarkably unenthused about global politics. 3 stories we've been reporting on reached their revelatory conclusions today. Firstly, drive a flawed bargain. Capitalizing on the global success of Die Hard the movie, transformative CEO
Wat is het verschil? Ik zie geen verschil.
welcomed followers to the First United Church of Flawed.
Volgens mij is het dezelfde foto.
Sophia, who quit her role as CEO of Remington's Fist to take up the role of High Flawed Mistress,
oh, ze is van Remington.
came to her in a vision, saying, "I was elbow deep in Blunderclatch when I felt something
Blunderclatch.
flawed." A surprising ending there for Sophia Remington after a turbulent 2.5 years running the company. Svorsborgen slaughter. A sad end to the tale of the struggling scientists of Dante's Taint today, as reports emerge of a mutual agreement to end it all. With little support from the public and no much-needed supplies from above ground, the academics took the unthinkable decision to drink 18 cans of diet stank.
Heftig.
Could this catastrophe have been avoided? And what on earth are they putting in that drink? Man United. They're happily ever after for Johnny Hamsleeves and partner and former teammate Eric Justin.
Ik zie ook geen verschil in die foto's. Waar moet ik klikken?
Speaking as the pair headed off for their honeymoon in Territory 15, Johnny acknowledged that there would be many in the football world who wouldn't accept his choice of partner. I think it's time people grew up, he said. Some people are ginger. Get over it. All that, plus we'll be taking a trip to Dangley Parks for the Noticeboard, as well as getting a sneak peek at the hottest ticket in town. That's all coming up on tonight's National Nightly News.
Heftig joh, heftig.
Today is the day we take back.
Oh, Ellen James.
Soon it will be time for you to help us again.
Heeft hij een wapen in zijn hand?
Come out of your houses, block the traffic, bring the capital to a standstill. I've met so many of you in my travels up and down Territory 1. You always ask the same question. How can I help? Well, this is how. And as for when, you'll know. Keep watching.
Het is oorlog joh. Het is oorlog.
But first, 500 days after the loss of a fine leader and a great man, the start of tonight's programme is dedicated to remembering and celebrating the life of Peter Clement. Patrick Bannon is live from Parliament Park. Julia Salisbury will be breaking ground on what will soon be a memorial garden in Peter's honour. Patrick.
Listening to that old bitch lying through her teeth about missing that poor bastard.
Patrick.
I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're live.
Because I'm not being funny. Because he held her back. But now there's no stopping her.
Hello, Patrick, we're live.
Of course, can't say that, can I, Francis? No, not with public ownership. No, with public ownership, you can't say anything, these.
There.
Oh, she's lost it, mate. She's completely off the rocker.
Patrick, je bent live. Kom op.
Hello, Megan. You join me here live from the what? Oh.
So awkward.
Well, we will be going live to that groundbreaking ceremony just as soon as we can get Patrick back. Meanwhile, let me just say, I think the memorial gardens are going to be gorgeous. I've had a sneak peek at the designs and Alana Marsh has done a fabulous job. Oh, okay, all right, it seems like we have got the signal back. We can now go live to Patrick Bannon in Parliament Park. Patrick.
Thank you, Megan.
Wat is er gebeurd?
Patrick Bannon, and we are indeed live here. Apologies for the technical difficulties there, but any moment now, Julia Salisbury will step out on stage behind me.
Alex, Bozeman here. The boys in editing have just informed me that the eulogy footage isn't fully cut together yet. You're going to have to do it on the fly. For goodness sake, make sure you make it look good.
Slowly gathering since this afternoon.
This is Alan. You can undermine them here and help us win hearts and minds. Make him look bad, Alex. Really bad.
Ja, hoe doe ik dat? Alex, hoe doe ik dat?
Seems like the ceremony is getting underway. Here is Prime Minister Julia Salisbury, the picture of elegance, to begin her address.
Good evening, fellow teammates and friends. 500 days ago, all of our lives changed irrevocably. Still reeling from the triumphs and tribulations of Liberation Night, another great loss befell the people of these newly united territories. The loss of a leader, a statesman, a dear friend, and a hero. Peter Gordon Clement.
Peter's death at the age of just 62, of course, announced by the team on the 24th of December.
Oh, is hij overleden,
6
joh?
weeks after Liberation Night.
Nee, joh.
Born to a working-class family on a housing estate in Rotherham, Peter first trained as a carpenter before getting his start on television. First moving and building scenery, and then developing into the personality that we all knew and loved so much.
Just the Job first hit our screens over 25 years ago, running for 11 series, winning multiple awards, and charming audiences up and down the country.
Peter taught us, all of us, not to be content with the way things are, not to accept inequities, no matter how small. But he also taught us what it took to fight them. Courage, integrity, empathy.
Dat is geen goede move.
Bloody graft.
Across a career spanning 3 decades, Peter Clement was known for shows including Wake Up, It's Saturday, and much later late-night chat show PT, which at its peak drew millions of viewers.
Peter was by no means a saint. Trust me, he once told me he had more regrets than he'd had stolen dinners. He always did have a knack for a turn of phrase. But it speaks to the strength of his character that he chose to share with us his mistakes alongside his achievements, his faults as well as his talents. Peter had the heart to give it all he had for the people of these united territories.
Famous for his potty mouth, it's estimated conservatively that Peter Clement uttered over 1.5 million swear words during his career. Though some sources put this figure well in excess of 2 million F-bombs alone.
Sheesh. Heftig.
Gripped by illness as he was in the weeks and months leading up to Liberation Night, he wasn't the man we loved. But his eyes still twinkled with that familiar joy for life, that spark of wit and wisdom of a life lived for others.
Prime Minister Clement, of course, died from apparent liver failure after suffering from the long-term effects of alcohol abuse.
Dat is een goede manier om te sterven, joh.
I first met Peter nearly 20 years ago. Moments before I was supposed to give a speech. Not unlike this one, actually. Only I'd spilt coffee all down myself, and I was young, nervous, desperate to be liked, and from behind me I heard, "Christ, pet, you've either pissed your keks or sprung a leak, but either way you got a problem." And before I could even say a word, he'd stripped off his dry trousers and insisted I took them.
Heftig.
That was the sort of man that Peter Clement was. Kind, compassionate, sensitive, a brilliant thinker, a natural leader, but mostly
een alcoholist.
a good man. This glorious, so beautiful and new, this shining beacon of
Thank you, Alex.
equality and
There'll be another
humanity
opportunity to steer public perception soon. It's really starting. You'll know when.
We gaan ervoor.
The future he forged,
Alles voor Disrupt.
the boundaries he pushed.
Alles voor echte
For
nieuws.
me, he'll always be the man in his pants cheering on a stranger at the back of the conference.
Wat? Wat voor zin was dat nou weer?
It is my great honor to give to you the Peter Clement Memorial Garden. Should we see if we can get a countdown going? Everyone with me?
Boe.
9,
Boe.
8, 7.
Now, Alex, control the message.
Mom, we have to get you to safety. Come with us.
I'm not leaving, I can't.
Oi!
You two, come with me. Don't panic.
Wat moet ik doen? Wat moet ik doen? Alex. Alex, hoe moet ik helpen?
You're gonna be okay. You stay. Okay. You two stay with him.
Mom.
Run.
No resistance.
Turn the camera off. National Night News. We have the right to be here. I said turn the fucking camera off.
Nee. We nemen alles op.
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything.
Go. Just stay with me.
Wat gebeurt er allemaal, joh?
Stay with me. I need help now. Please, stay with me.
Salisbury's still here. Julius Salisbury! You were guilty of the murder of more than 10 million people!
Target on.
Justice demands a
Oh nee.
Haven't you done enough?
Niet schieten.
This is what your precious freedom looks like, is it? Open fire!
People of territory, one, rise up! Take to the streets, the time has come! Stop violence! Break windows, draw them out! They can't stop us castle! Resist! Destroy! Lower your weapons!
Ah, nee!
Location secure.
Lower your weapons now!
Center growth authorization was.
Dat is onze wilde Alex.
It was unnecessary. Can't you see?
Will you turn that off, please, sir? I said, please turn that off.
Shocking scenes from the Capitol there.
Is this not enough? You've just seen them execute unarmed civilians.
Ja.
People like you and me. So why are you watching this? Why are you not in the streets with us tonight? What will it take for you to get up and be a part of this?
Laat me je helpen, Alex.
March on team headquarters. Storm the building. Demand elections. Demand answers. Be what you were born to be. The once and future free.
Geef me een gun door, Alex. Ik ga je helpen.
We'll be back after this. God, does anyone know if everyone's safe for the crew?
Reclame.
Okay? All fine.
That didn't go so well, Alex. But we can turn it around in the next segment.
Weekly event.
Hoe dan? Oké.
It's different tonight. This is the big one.
Heftig allemaal.
So there's a revolution happening outside and we're off to dangle.
Viva la revolution.
That's journalism, apparently. Can we get set for the next sequence?
Je ziet er echt heel anders uit.
Every 12 seconds.
Like this traditional butcher shop.
Alex,
Ja.
during this next section, a cameraman working in the newsroom who's one of us is going to get a coded location out.
Oké.
We don't know yet which camera he's on, but if we find out, I'll let you know. Just keep your eyes out for the fist and try and keep it on the ear for at least 5 seconds.
5 seconden, oké.
Operatives will do the rest.
Oké.
Up and coming new sectors.
Even kijken voor de disrupt face. Disrupt fist. Vuist. Dat. Heftig.
Hi, Jeff.
Megan.
Oh, problemen. Ik voel de problemen.
Unbelievable. Oh my God, Jenny! What? No, look at it.
Het is gewoon een man.
That's 10 seconds, everybody.
Just leave this with me, yeah?
Excuse me?
I know where we should go with this.
Going in 5, 4.
Dit wordt interessant.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, Megan Wolf. Very shortly, we'll be taking our daily trip down to the village for the Noticeboard. But first, let's have a quick catch-up with Mr. Jeff de Plume.
Yeah. Right. Listen up, you lot. We need to get a few things straight.
Everything okay, Jeff?
You're not exactly fans of what we're trying to do in here. You've made that perfectly clear.
So what's going on, Jeff?
I'm just having a little word with the viewers, Megan. Don't worry yourself about it. Now.
Jeff? Seems like you've forgotten where you are, Jeff.
Well, I am.
Which is a shame. A real shame.
Wat?
Now tell me, Jeff, what is it?
We've just heard our man's on camera 4.
As you know, Megan, we do our segment on the show every Get back to the interview, Alex.
Nee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I don't have to.
Oké.
You should see some of the
Was
letters
toch
I
genoeg?
get.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oké.
Luckily, I brought them all
Hopelijk was
with
dat
me.
genoeg.
You're a very small man, aren't you?
Yeah. Now, there's been a lot of misunderstandings.
Excellent work, Alex. That's the location shared.
Ja, toch.
Next, you'll need to give them a go.
If it's all right with you.
Well, yes, our viewers are our top priority, so I think that's a good idea.
Good, I couldn't agree more. Right, yeah, this one annoyed me. Dominic from Rantley wrote,
Wat hoor ik?
Dear arrogant, talentless oaf. I think it's addressed to Tommy, but still. You're not funny, you're annoying, and I wish you'd all go and live in the sea.
Oh, God, that's very hard to hear.
Dat hoor ik allemaal.
What would you say to Dominic?
Nu als een helikopter
I'd
ziet.
say that 3 Screenwriters Awards and a TV Digest nomination beg to differ.
He's brought them with him.
Yeah,
Ik
and
ga
a
stuk.
lot of that lot agree with Dominic.
Does look that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, what have we got? Oh yeah, Janet from Sanford wrote, fuck off, Jeff.
Sensor.
Yeah.
What have we got? Here. Oh yeah, this one. We've got blah blah blah, Philippa's talent, yada yada, Tommy's fine. And here we are. But you, Jeff, are the most pointless waste of airtime since the test card.
Hang on, this one, dear
Oeh,
genius.
dat is één burn.
Your show is the greatest waste of time. Never mind.
Right, fine. Right, yeah, this one. Someone's drawn a picture in what I assume is ketchup next to my home address with a message that just reads, "You're a shitty man."
Was een heftige
This
foto.
one simply reads, "I watch this rubbish," which I assume is a spelling mistake, but either way, it's just very confusing.
Yeah. Fuck off. Oh, I read that one.
Yeah. So the strength of feeling here is strong.
Yeah.
I would say, Jeff. What
And
do
who?
you want to say to people at home?
I would say there's an easy explanation, Megan. Yeah. As you know, we are unbelievably funny in here. Yeah. So it seems to me quite obvious that certain people upstairs are so unbelievably bad at their jobs.
Careful now.
Yeah, or, and I think this more likely, are deliberately trying to ruin the show. Alex Winston, you just be glad that security won't let me up there anymore, all right?
So you're blaming the notice board's poor ratings on our long-suffering broadcast team?
I am, yeah. They're making us look like a bunch of pricks out there, Megan.
Listen, while our skilled broadcast team might have made a few errors that have led to some sloppy segments, I really don't think that's fair.
Yeah? Well, I think that's bullshit.
If you go then and get ready. Whew, that was Jeff DePlume there, creator and writer of the notice board. Just a reminder, if you do have any comments or criticism about Jeff, you can send those in. He clearly reads them all, so please do keep them coming. But now it's time,
Blijkbaar.
maybe for the last time, to head over to the notice board.
Boe. Boe. Is dit een kruis om zijn nek?
Fuck. I've forgotten the line. Can we go again?
Nee.
Okay.
Je kan het niet zomaar doen.
It's got again.
What a day!
What a day! First a team morning, and then to post this notice. I don't know how I managed to cope with it all. Oh wait, perhaps I do.
Oh, heftig. Toch gewoon drank daarin?
Oh, by St. Barnabas, what on earth is all this?
Freeze, dirtbag!
Oh, shit. Laura, I thought you were a knife-wielding mugger or stabber.
I'm afraid not. It's just me, a community cohesion officer responsible for keeping crime at record lows.
Of course, I keep forgetting that thanks to you and your team, violence in our streets is a thing of the past.
What's all this, Vicar?
I know.
It's time for the go code. Give us 3 boos in a row, Alex. That will start the pincer movement. You might just pull this
Oké,
off.
3 boos. Oké.
3 boos, Alex.
Careful, Vicar. It looks heavy.
Ha! Now don't call me the Right Reverend Ripped
3
for
boos.
no reason.
Dat is 1.
Yes.
It's no good.
Looks like all those crucifix classes were a
Hey.
waste of time.
Maybe you, a young CCO, will be able to lift it.
2 for 2. Fantastic.
Doen ze allemaal, joh.
Looks like all of those lifting classes
En 3.
were a waste of time.
It's too heavy.
Disrupt aan de macht.
You did it, Alex. We're good to go.
Strong enough to lift this.
Did someone call for the best firefighter in town? Hiya!
Thank you, Captain Evans. You're so much stronger than us.
Especially me, the weak old man.
It's the least I could do for my community.
No luck catching the little devil then?
Unfortunately not. The ferret struck again
Oh.
last night. When Ray opened the post
Wat gebeurt er allemaal
office
daar
this
buiten, joh?
morning, he found that every single stamp had been pre-licked.
My God!
Some people have no decency.
Sadly, if we don't catch him before tomorrow, we may have to cancel the village fete.
Don't worry. We won't let that happen. Will we, Vicar?
No, no. Laura, tell me, why do they call him the ferret?
Some say it's because of his sneaky nature, but really it's because whenever he strikes, he always leaves behind the foul stench of urine.
Never fear, officer. We'll catch this pissy nuisance and save the village fete, or my name's not Captain Danger Evans. The community cohesion team are doing their best, but they simply don't have the smarts to solve this mystery. But I know someone who does. Someone who's about to blow this thing wide open.
Wie dan?
Me!
Oh.
Blackout!
Wat gebeurt er?
Ah, it's the morning of the fete now, thanks to the theatrical convention.
I sure hope everything goes to plan. Oh, look, there's Mrs. Craven setting up her cake stall.
And look, there's the motorcycle display team setting up for a show that would be too expensive to show on television.
I'm setting up the coconut shy. What are you doing, Vicar?
Well, first, I'm running the tombola, and then I'm selling forgiveness for money.
Aren't you judging the jams?
I couldn't possibly.
Oh, that sounded like Mrs. Craven.
Heftig.
Looks like someone sucked all the jam out of her donuts.
The damn ferrets are struck again!
Whatever are we to do?
Although I'm very competent, I have no
Een
idea
gekke
how to solve
moustache.
this case.
I guess we'll have to cancel the fete.
Hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you, the vicar.
Ik ga stuk.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
Vicar, is this true?
I don't know what you're talking
Wat doet hij?
Reverend!
Wat is dat?
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
Vicar, is this true?
Hang on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
No, stop. We've got stuck. Let's just... hold it right there, ferret.
Me? Have you been drinking from the fire extinguishers again?
Not you,
Oh,
the
basically.
vicar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Admit it. You wanted the village fete cancelled so you could have the day off, didn't you?
Vicar, is this true?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Wat is dat handgebaartje wat hij doet?
Someone's fucked this. Yeah. Admit it, you wanted the fete cancelled so you could have a day off, didn't you? Vicar, is this true? Yes. I already have to work Sundays.
I already have to work Sundays. I shouldn't have to work 2 days a week.
Vicar,
2 dagen maar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Reverend!
Okay, sorry, we're just going to have to cut short the final episode of the Noticeboard.
What?
Helemaal prima.
Yeah,
Helemaal prima.
It's really sad, but I think it really has run its course.
No, there's a good bit coming up where I solve the whole thing.
It is a shame. It's a real shame. We would like to thank you all.
Look,
very
let's
much.
just go on with the last bit. Tommy, for fuck's sake, you lit! Right, fine. I already have to work Sundays.
It's something about,
God fucking damn it!
So thanks again to the cast of the Noticeboard. So much
But
for...
how did you know? My first clue was the smell.
the hundreds of lessons and the laughs
Yeah,
over the
that's
last
right.
year
I do
and a
smell
half.
of urine. Right. Next, I noticed that the vicar's tongue was particularly dry, almost as if he'd been licking thousands and thousands of stamps.
We'll be so sad to see it go, but at least we ended on a
Wat gebeurt daar? Het is zak over
It's
hoofd
almost time to take
gekregen.
a break there. When we come back, we'll be seeing the opening number of a brand new musical.
You'll fucking regret this!
That's coming
Heftig.
up after these messages.
That's the ads. Let's strike this set. Just leave it by the bins.
Sorry, did that actually just happen?
Wasn't it amazing?
This show will not be the same without him.
Yeah, we're going to send a fortune
Heftig,
on
joh.
foundation.
What advert is this, Alex? I don't remember passing it for broadcast.
Disrupt, wat is dit?
I'm an economist and
Luister naar jou.
commentator.
Disrupt, let's go.
You've probably seen me on the news talking about Advance and how progressive their policies are. Well, I was wrong. And I'm here tonight to say I'm sorry. And
One last push, Alex. We're closing in. One of the guests in the last section is working with us. You'll be asked to
Ik
send
heb de
some
inside man.
If you do it right,
my mother
the
was a
final
nurse
orders
and
will
my
be given.
father worked in a factory.
We'll get 3 chances.
I was
Get
the
at least
first
2 of them
member of my
right,
family to
and
go
we're
to
going to win this
university.
thing. It's happening, Alex.
Always.
Tonight we take it back.
I always envied
FIFA
my
la
friends who had so
disrupt.
much more. Over the years, my jealousy grew. So when Advance came to power, I didn't think about the damage they would do. I
Hoe gekke explosies
acted
buiten ook.
selfishly. I was glad to see the rich punished. I didn't see how backwards Advance were. I didn't understand that rather than tearing down the wealth creators, we should have been helping everyone else to take a seat at their table. Under Advance, the country is poorer. It is poorer in ambition. It is poorer in aspiration. We are infantilized by Advance's naive policies. Policies born from absurd, redistributive fantasies. I have hoarded myself out to the media.
Oké, even
That's my
terug.
shade, is it?
Yeah.
This is my shade.
God damn, Megan. Rustig aan, joh.
You can run back to Jenny now.
Heftig.
Sorry about that, Sarah. Nothing you can tell me. At all, like at all.
They've said no one's died, that's all I can say.
10 seconds.
What's wrong with you?
She
Ja.
is in tears.
We hebben een inside man en we moeten 2 van de 3 kansen behalen. Oké, let's go.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later in this segment, we're hoping to be able to go back to Patrick Bannon at the scene of tonight's shocking Disrupt attack. But first, I'm delighted to be joined by the cast of the smash hit musical everyone is talking about. I'll be speaking with the cast in a moment, but first, let's take a look at them in action. Please give a warm National Nightly welcome to the Novaries.
Oh, het is zo eentje.
Doctor? Yes, I see. Thank you for letting me know. I have a decent life. I'm a happy, loving wife. And my job is well paid and fulfilling. I have a husband, John. He's due home soon, won't be long. And I have to tell him something that is absolutely chilling. We share coffee in the morning and we make love every day. We take time
Heftig, elke dag.
together to talk and laugh and play. We prioritize our needs. We do charitable deeds. But the flowers of a happy life are now beset by weeds.
I'm home.
Oh, darling John.
Oh, dearest John.
There's something very wrong. I've just had a conversation with our doctor, David Watt, so please be seated. This news will make you feel defeated.
Catchy, catchy.
You poor unlucky chump. Is it cancer?
We're so done.
Wat dan? Oh, heftig.
How can this be? Oh, woe is me. Why has this happened to me? I always wear 2 condoms for the maximum of safety.
In our
Misschien komt daardoor, ja.
flat, we built a peaceful habitat. Now our lives are fucked, we're having a baby. Now you can't have any wine at book club.
Welke 3 kansen? Ik zie geen kansen.
Now your hair will stink of weed.
And you'll start to disagree.
Ik zie geen vuistels.
That holiday in territory 3. No more waking up at 10:30. In fact, you're never going to get a good night's sleep again. No more snap decisions to go on to a club. You'll be lucky if you even make it out to it comes from personal bumps.
Now when I take a
Smerig.
sick day at home,
The parasite won't leave you alone.
he's wrong.
We're our top priority.
I look after you.
Oh, kansen. Ik zeg geen kansen. Of mis ik wat?
Ain't no trouble and strife. We got a childless life. No one wails and no one blows. No one draws things on the walls. A happy husband,
A wonderful wife.
we got a childless life.
Oh.
We're having a baby. We're having a baby. Changing nappies daily.
Succes daarmee.
We're having a baby. No more weekends by the coast. Now your kid is uppermost. It's more than a passing craze to have childless days. We're having a baby. Food and drink thrown everywhere. Death trap toys at the top of the stairs. Every parent prays to have childless babies. We're having a baby. No more stars and no more. We're having a
Echt catchy, joh.
baby. Some bills and ladies. Time for a whole new phase. We're having a baby. One more thing before the show begins. Have you considered that you might be having twins?
Oef. Nee. Waarschijnlijk niet. Oeh.
Amazing. The Novaries there, treating us to their opening number from Elegy for a Childless Life, which is currently the hottest ticket in the capital theatre district, and will be touring the territories later this year. Right then, come on you lot, come on down, let's go, don't be shy.
Nou, lach ze uit. Oké, 3 kansen. Nu gaan waarschijnlijk 3 kansen komen.
Oh really, are you fans of the show? Yeah, it used to be. Well, listen, let's get stuck in. Your amazing musical. Now,
Met op de vuist.
not only do you perform this show every single night,
With matinees on Wednesday and Saturday.
right, but you're also the show's creators, am I right?
Well, everyone contributed their ideas, and then some of us went away and did the actual work on the script. But no, it's very much a team effort.
Oh, that's fantastic. How rude of me, I've not introduced any of you. I'll be the one being replaced next. Let's go down the line, shall we?
Hi, I'm Jack.
Jack.
Jim Blunt. Pleasure to be here.
Jennifer Boren Woodley.
Hello, I'm John. John Sapley. Used to be in the business.
Jim moeten we oog op
My name's
houden.
Jill, with a J.
And I'm Janet. I'm the youngest.
That's incredible. And you were all friends previously. I mean, what a coincidence, right?
Nee, dus.
With your names beginning with a J.
Oh my goodness, guys! Our names all begin with J.
How have we never noticed that?
Because you haven't typed them out 1,000 times, maybe?
You knew? Why didn't you say anything?
I thought we all knew. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? I just thought we were doing a funny thing where we never
Gekke
mentioned
kansen op de
it.
achtergrond.
And I believe as well as being friends, you're also couples, you know, in real life
Huh?
as well as in the show.
Well, not exactly.
No. I'm not married to him. I'm with Janet.
And
Huh?
I'm with John, you lucky bean.
Jim and I are married.
4 fabulous years.
Well, that must make for some confusion in the rehearsal room.
Well, you should
And
have seen
who?
the first draft. Jen decided that Jack would play Jim, I would play Jack. Jen, Janet, Jill, Jen, Janet, Jill.
What about John?
Well, my character was originally just called Man 1.
It was allegorical.
It was very confusing.
Not for a professional.
After much toing and froing.
Ik ben nu al in de war.
And gin and tonic.
We decided that we'd just use our own names, which is less truthful.
We're also less likely to go into the wrong dressing rooms.
Oh, God, yeah, that would be very embarrassing.
Oh, and who?
Of course, when I first wrote it, we were only meant to run for a few nights at the Mimbley Village Hall, but when I registered it with the Department for Culture, it caught the eye of someone high up, and before you could say overnight sensation, we were transferring to the capital.
Okay.
Roller coaster, really. I'm only 19. I'm the youngest.
You really
Oké,
don't
dat weten we
have
nu.
to repeat that.
I had to give up my job as a mortuary technician.
Well, yes, we all had to move to the capital.
I love that job.
It's been a very turbulent time.
So peaceful. No singing.
This piece isn't political.
Stand by, Alex. Censor the orange.
It's about children.
Okay.
And why you shouldn't have them.
In a way, I guess it is political, with a small p. After all, we are a solid unit, and eagle-eyed audience members will see we nod our heads to advance on stage throughout, and we target the messaging at women aged 22, well, about 35, as they're the most likely to be afflicted by this terrible problem. Terrible problem.
Having children.
Oké, ik heb hem gedaan, Alex.
You clearly agree.
This isn't about me. Of course, we see that there are advantages to a family unit, but eagle-eyed couples watch as the little parasites advance on their lives. And there's no time to play the guitar, get through a book, or watch a movie. They're exhausted, passed out on the couch by 20 to 9, for God's sake.
You're very chatty tonight, dear.
Usually I'm the chatty one, because...
You're the youngest, we know. It's not a badge of honour, Janet.
Nee, precies. Zo bijzonder is het ook weer niet.
John, thanks, Jack. Got you back.
So, could you just tell us what is the play about? What happens in it?
Well,
go ahead.
It's a tragedy, obviously. Jennifer, myself, and John have their child, and then the story charts the downfall of their hopes and dreams.
And there's lots of singing.
And dancing.
A lot.
My character works at a menu centre for a distribution unit. Eagle-eyed, she sees her friend's rapid advance to a pit of despair.
Advanced, ik hoor het al.
Children's TV
We
advertising
gaan het allemaal censoren.
22, she decides to take drastic action. I can't really say more though. I probably said too much already.
Let's not spoil the second act for anyone who might come to see it.
Which should be all of you. For too long, we've been told that a life without children is somehow incomplete, that children are a blessing. Well, I've done the research and they're not.
Dat is een heftige mening.
There's already loads of bastards running around all over the place, so...
We just want people to have the option of a happy, child-free life without stigma. You know, when I was 14, before I had come out, I had an experience with a girl called Julia Jacobs. She was an experiment, I guess, you know, a chance to dip my toes into the...
Fascinating. Well, thank you all so much for coming in tonight. I really hope you keep them dancing in the aisles for many performances to come. The no voice there. And I am pleased to say we can now go back to Patrick Bannon to get the latest from the scene of tonight's horrific events. Patrick, are you okay?
Een vrouwelijke Patrick.
Thank you, Megan. This is Patrick Bannon reporting from the scene of tonight's devastating and symbolic attack tonight this evening. An attack which I myself have found myself caught up in. I'm still a little dazed and a little deaf, Megan. So I hope you'll forgive me if I seem that it's time to speak with the Prime Minister. Mrs. Salisbury, that's you. You're still here. The Prime Minister.
I couldn't leave, not when there were people that needed help. Any team player would have done the same. I don't deserve praise for being human.
Yes, no accolades here. Or Palisades. Or lemonade. Right. So, is the situation... Now, are we safe?
Kijk, een bom op de achtergrond, joh.
Yes, the security services performed their duties without hesitation. And I would like to assure the public that although there have been some injuries, there were no civilian deaths here this evening.
Oh, that's good news about the Sorry, did you say no deaths?
That's right. No civilian deaths.
Nou, daarachter zie ik heel andere dingen.
Detailed by law enforcement who were, as always, so cohesive. If I may, I have a message for your viewers.
Of course, the camera. There's the camera. Speak there on the camera there.
Stay at home tonight. Do not become another casualty of war.
Oh?
Disrupt have had their moment, but as the dear departed Peter Clements once famously said, it ends today.
Jullie gaan terug aanvallen. Kom maar, kom maar. Biatch.
Prime Minister, for those strong words.
Geef me die eagle, Alex.
Back to the studio. Megan, now in the studio with Megan Wolf now.
Patrick Bannon there, bravely reporting from the front line of tonight's horrifying bombing. Maybe you need to get checked out, Patrick.
Ja, zo, Patrick.
Well, that brings us to the end of tonight's National Nightly News. But
oh, heftig. Heftig.
Victory is in sight, my friends. You have mobilized. You have come together. From our agents at the television networks risking arrest and getting those words to you, to the many hundreds and thousands gathering to invade team headquarters. As I speak, we are turning the tide. And it is time for change.
Let's go. Disrupt aan de macht.
Their regime, and we also silence their mouthpiece. Channel 1. Time to wake up.
Of course, they would have you believe the military have been actioned, and well, it's pretty scary out there tonight. So stay at home and stay with Channel 1, because the team has assured this programme that the turbulence will soon be over, and we can once again focus our minds on building the new future with equality, fairness, and resources for all. My name is Megan Wolf. Let's make tomorrow better.
Welke tape?
God, I think I threw up a bit in my mouth just then.
Welke tape? Welke tape? Welke tape moet ik zetten?
Excuse me, miss. Can you come with me, please?
What?
Jim.
Oh.
Fuck's sake, Jill, what have you done now?
Sorry, sir, can you please stay in your seat?
That's my wife.
Fix. Oops.
Alex, tonight is the beginning of the fall of advance.
God damn, wat gebeurt er allemaal, joh?
Mission to detonate. Permission granted, old friend. We are going to detonate. Okay, your window, Alex. See what you help make happen.
Hey, ik zit nog in dat gebouw, hè? Hoi! Ja, Alex, ga maar eruit. Ik wil helpen. Ik wil helpen. Geef me die Golden Eagle. Geef me AK-47. Geef me iets. Geef me niet op, Alex. Kom op. We zijn zo ver gekomen. Doe dit voor Jeremy. Heftige dingen. Oh, zo heftig, joh. Oké, we maken dus niet meer... We maken wat geld en we hoeven daar nu dus niet meer naar te kijken. Oké, disrupt aan de macht. Oh, heftig, joh.